Welcome over to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Vinny Mishra, and we have some huge news from Honda. This is regarding one of the most popular Hondas ever. The 2025 Honda Civic is going to gain very powerful hybrid trims, new trims, sportier styling, improved tech. Let's get right into this. Sit down, relax, grab a drink. We got a little bit of stuff to go through. Let's have some fun with this one. We're going to start off, obviously, this is the new 11th generation Civic. We've got a little bit more of an aggressive front fascia. We got a little bit different grille. Not too much different than the 10th generation, but we have a little bit different. Some revised tail lights. We do have 4 new exterior colors. Some big things, though. The biggest thing here is the engine and the fuel efficiency. Both of these vehicles will be available. The new Civic Hybrid, available as a sedan or a hatchback, which are going to deliver an anticipated 232 pound-feet of torque. That's going to make it the most powerful non-Type R Civic ever. Really, really good to see that. With this specific car, you're also going to get 200 horsepower. We're going to get into that later, but that means that, hey, this car is not going to be a slacker. And we're going to have some new range-topping sport touring hybrid trim features. It's first time for the Civic Google-built integration for seamless on-the-go connectivity. And with the powerful and the efficient hybrid powertrain, Honda is expecting this to represent 40% of all Civic sales going forward. I personally think in this first year, they're probably going to do more than that. It's probably going to be like 45, 50. But they represent and they expect 40% of all the Civic sales are going to be hybrid, and that's a big thing. Hybrids are really on the rise right now. They really work for a lot of people. One of the biggest things with this hybrid, it's going to be a 2-motor hybrid powertrain. It's not going to be a plug-in hybrid. It is a mild hybrid. The EPA combined fuel economy is going to be rated nearing 50 miles per gallon. The new hybrid is going to be offered in the sedan or the hatchback. Now, nearing 50 miles per gallon, first of all, that's a really good number. That is a really, really good number. They do not tell us for the sedan or the hatchback which is going to get those two numbers. They do not tell us the exact numbers and the discrepancy. More than likely because those vehicles are still being, they are they're still working on it, on the official numbers. But whether you get the sedan or hatchback, you're going to get a rating of near 50 miles per gallon combined. That is a very, very good, very high rating. Really, really good to see that. With the 2025 Civic, there's going to be 4 trim levels. The LX is going to be our starter trim for hybrid. It's going to be a sedan only. Then we're going to have Sport, and topped by the hybrid-powered Sport Hybrid and Sport Touring Hybrid. Those new, like I said, they expect that these are going to represent sales of 40% of Civic. This is Honda is going into this expecting big numbers, and Honda states here that the Civic Sedan 2025 hybrid Civic Sedan will be arriving at Honda dealers next month. They then expect the hatchback to arrive later in the summer. So honestly, within the next 2 to 3 months, we are going to see both of these vehicles. Like I said, next month we'll see the sedan. Honda has very big expectations. Like I said, they expect this to represent 40% of Civic sales. And that's all going into their strategy for Honda's electrification. And Honda's electrification strategy is quite vast. They are doing everything. Plug-in hybrids, mild hybrids. They are doing gas. They are doing electric. They are doing hydrogen. Honda is very much like Toyota. They have eggs in a ton of baskets. They're not just looking at one thing. So this is really, really big to see that. Honda also talks about that obviously this is on their plan to go 100% zero emission by 2040. Obviously, companies have, we've been saying this for decades, by 2020, 2030, 2050 to go all electric, zero emissions. Whether we're going to reach those numbers at that time, we'll have to wait and see. But this is a step towards their electrification goals. Obviously, too, with the new electric Prologue out, this is just another one, another thing to add to the portfolio, which is really, really good to see. And obviously, the Civic has been a big seller over 51 years. Since 1973, selling over 12 million units. This is on a popular car. It's a popular nameplate. So that's a lot riding on it. We're going to get into now all the power numbers, and this is my favorite stuff here, because like I said, we're going to get with the hybrid an anticipated combined power of 200 horsepower and an impressive 232 pound-feet of torque. That is going to be coming from that 1.5 liter turbo engine. Now, Honda also does realize that, they don't give us any pricing here, but they do tell us, we know that the pricing on this is going to be more expensive. And so Honda not only tells us that, we do know there are going to be 4 different levels of regenerative braking that are going to be selectable through the paddles here. But Honda also does tell us here, for affordability and for the younger buyers, or just people who don't need that expensive of a car, that Honda will still continue to provide that 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. So this is really good, because obviously with the turbo and the hybrid, you get some power, you get some efficiency, but Honda also still understands that, hey, we know that there's buyers out there who aren't looking to spend that much money, and although they don't give us the price, we obviously knew by adding a hybrid system is going to make the vehicle more expensive, but Honda tells us that indirectly. If this vehicle is too expensive, go on over to the 2-liter 4-cylinder, which is still a very good car. In terms of, Honda has also done a lot here just in terms of with active noise control, just in terms of making the vehicle more comfortable, making it more quiet. Those 4 levels of regenerative braking, just various different drive modes that the hybrid models will experience. Just really, really good to see that. Like I said, Honda having a very vast and a very wide portfolio. Some other things, like I said, we're going to get 18-inch wheels. We're going to get some distinct colored headlamps, a lower spoiler. We got 4 new bold colors. Really, really good to see that here. Always nice to have some new colors. Sport Touring Hybrid is going to add leather seating, 12-speaker Bose premium audio system. They don't tell us what the wattage is on the system. It is going to include a larger 9-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and wireless smartphone charging. They also don't tell us the output on the smartphone charger, but I would say more than likely it's probably going to be at least a 7.5 to 10 watt charger. All Civic models now are going to come standard. Doesn't matter what trim you got. Standard with 2 front USB-C ports. Gone are the USB-A ports. Good. Get rid of them. USB-C is better. So that's really, really good there. Honda adding in Google's built-in integration. So this is going to do a lot of big things. Obviously, Google Play, Google Maps, Google Assistant. They're going to give you a 3-year complimentary data plan. This is really, really good. You're going to get 3 years complimentary of just, concierge service built in through Google. And there's nothing wrong with that. Google Assistant is great, whether you use iPhone or Android. Google Maps is really, really good, and Google Play for music and just podcasts and things like that. Really, really good. Obviously with Google Assistant, they can easily talk to the Google user, let them know, send a text, set a reminder, change temperature in the car, look up a destination, set, navigation, things like that. Really, really, really good to see those kind of things. And then obviously with safety as well, using their, their body structure. Honda has kept the reputation of the Civic up. Owning a Civic and an Accord before, they are extremely safe vehicles. Really, really good. As they mentioned here, with driver's side, passenger front airbags were designed obviously to help potential, minimize that potential severe brain trauma. In terms of safety features, we've got Honda Safety Sensing Suite, which is one of the really good ones in the industry. Even though there have been some recalls over the safety suite right now with the autonomous braking, it is still a pretty good suite within the industry, just in terms of what it offers and how much it offers. Things like pedestrian detection, forward collision, road departure mitigation, adaptive cruise control, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist. We've got a lot of good stuff in this safety system here. So Honda's continuing to build onto that. Really the biggest thing with the hybrid though is the hybrid engine. Obviously we've got tech improvements and things like that, but really the biggest thing that I think we focus on, which is the right thing to focus on, is that hybrid engine. And then pretty much down here they talk about their manufacturing. But like I said, the biggest thing here is that new engine. You're going to get combined nearing 50 MPG, which is really, really good. Available in both a sedan or a hatchback configuration out of a 1.5 liter turbo hybrid with regenerative braking, 4 different levels, and a combined power of 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. Really, really good to see that. Like I said, with what Honda has done, they expect this to be accountable for 40% of Civic sales going forward and in this next year. Like I said, I personally think they're going to sell more. We don't have any pricing, unfortunately, on this. We do know it's going to cost more than the 2-liter 4-cylinder that is still going to stay. But we don't have any official pricing on this, but I think this is just another way to get, buyers in and really expand on the portfolio. So, my thoughts on this is I think Honda has done a good job from when the Civic started to where it is now, having an affordable, cheap model, having a model that gives you a little bit more performance with insane efficiency now, and then obviously the Civic Type R, which is just its own beast. I think Honda has done an amazing job with the Civic lineup. And that's going to do it for now, everyone. So let me know what you guys think of the new Honda Civic with the hybrid. Does this sound appealing to you? Does it sound not so appealing to you? What do you guys think of this? So let me know what you think down below in the comments. This is going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone.